Luminosity had some close games in our winners bracket, but Luminosity able to take them down in a 2-0 victory. The question is, can they do it again?
Well, they're certainly looking to. LG needs to get back on top. This is the reigning world champions right now, and they haven't been as dominant in their own region as they'd like to think. Amaterasu, on the other hand, the most consistent team in NA. They've been in the top 2 every single event since the beginning of season 2, and that's why they're on top of the leaderboard when it comes to championship points. Kicking off with these bands, Comfy and Slowbro, both getting nicked. And it looks like Amaterasu quickly picks up Espeon, a go-to pick for them.
Yeah, Yeet fans Espeon was unbelievable in those first 2 games. Rin and Overlord locking in the Urshifu and the Zoroark. Overlord Zoroark this tournament has been a thing of beauty. I can't wait to see what they bring here to game number 1. And stealing that Urshifu away from Amaterasu is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. JL quickly locking in Clefable again, a nod to gravity and what it can do for Pokemon or against Pokemon like Urshifu and Zoroark. So that's a quick lock-in. Rolling Grab and Trevenant as well. Curious on Mew, Slash on Snorlax. I mean, we're kind of seeing the order of the day between these 2 teams, and it looks like Nudo might lock in a Wigglytuff for Roland here on the back end.
Interesting stuff here if we have a Trevenant and a Wigglytuff moving into this game. Trainer on the Glaceon, and we do a couple of big old tanky Pokemon for Amaterasu, and then they've got the Clefable to heal them up there. Should be pretty exciting, as it looks like Elo locking in the Hoopa. So the recovery is going to be a little lower on the side of Luminosity. Nothing that you can really make happen in real time, but at the same time, the positioning that they get out of that Hoopa is going to be incredible.
Right. I mean, it's pretty easy for Elo to predict where this Zoroark and Urshifu engage to and where JL's gravity is going to be. So if the gravity goes down, Elo knows to put that hyperspace hole in the same spot so that those Pokemon can be blinked out before they get KO'd. I want to say how great of a pick this is for Elo. Getting a last pick Hoopa, a Pokemon they pretty much spent all of season 1 playing, is a great comfort pick for them, and they're going to be able to do tons of things, especially in the early game. One of the best early game astonishes that you see out of a player anywhere is Elo on Hoopa.
And here we are. If you're getting excited, it's because it's grand finals time, everybody. We've got Amaterasu, your purple team, and Luminosity, your orange team right here. They're splitting up that central area, giving a little bit to both of these Eevees, making sure that Yeet fan gets to walk down to the bottom path as a level 4 Espeon right away. Roland now moving into the central area right here and trying to get a nice steal, and they do.
Hit their evolution, which means they can sing down Rin, and they do get them. They're just shelling in damage. Poor Rin has to scramble away and give up their central area to the Wigglytuff. That's an amazing move by them. And on the backside here, we got tons of damage going in, and the K opener goes to the Phantom on top of the Zorua.
Jeez, look at this play here in this central area by Roland. I mean, just so incredible. Rin moving up to the top path, but he's just a little Cubfu. He can't do too much against these big, mean Pokemon.
No, and Trainer's waiting for an opportunity to pick one of these Pokemon off. Elo with a good Astonish, as I mentioned, kind of locking down Trainer and keeping them from engaging further. But a quick score by Roland's going to go in short order. And now it's just Overlord trying to hold it down with Elo. But there's 4 players from Amaterasu here. Yes, the Hyperspace Highway is open. Are people going to pour through from LG to give them support? Curios pulls through to have their HP chunked to half. Boosted Auto comes through, but it's the tree that eats it. And now the pressure's on, but the rest of Amaterasu peels back. And it's just the tree that Luminosity has in front of them.
Gosh, I gotta say, Amaterasu had a beautiful start right here. So impressive. It's a little possible that they almost took down Overlord, but the illusion right there saved it. That's really impressive. Breaking news, Smart Doob Snacks challenges UCS stats coordinator to a stat off. More to come. Why am I just hearing about this?
I am too, Spraggles. Smart Doob Snacks operates on a different level that I'm not even aware of at this point. Smacking them down, Mew taking tons of damage, forced to surf out, but that means all of the Swablu and Altaria in the middle are going to go to Trainer and Roland. Great exchange for them. Amaterasu is playing strong early in this grand finals match.
And take a look at Rin right here, level 6 right now. Obviously, a lot slower than they would have wanted it at this point. They were really held back by Roland right there. The EXP share Wigglytuff, somehow the same level as the Urshifu. Nice big sleep, but not able to pick up the KO there. They're continuing this push, missing that Psyshock just barely.
4 players down for Luminosity. They're going to get all over the Swablu and try to engage. Overlord's going in. Tons of damage being shielded on Yeet Fan. They're forced to retreat. Roland tried to do the Dazzling Gleam, but Curios takes them out in short order. Trainer keeps the pressure on with this Glaceon. They're trying to find a KO, but they don't quite lock it in as the reset happens. Amaterasu is smothering this Registeel. Here comes Rin. They are the single strike Urshifu, so they can Wicked Blow this thing, and they're caught in the gravity. They can't close the gap. Do they get it anyways? No, it's Curios coming in for the save. Tons of damage being rained in. Heavy slam on top of Yeet Fan, and JL looking to peel back. They will get out, but not without the objective, as look at where Overlord is in the middle of the central area for Amaterasu, taking all their stuff.
Really amazing plays there by Luminosity. I'm kind of shocked that they were able to get that secure, but it worked out for them. And then all the while, Overlord just looking for experience somewhere else on the map. Nice counter with that gravity, making sure that Overlord is not able to continue their combo. That's going to be a big counter to this Pokemon. We're going to have to see how well that works as this match continues right here. Scoreline pretty close, 66-47, and that first big objective going over to Luminosity. They needed it because they're behind.
Yeah, this scoreline's about to change here as it's just Roland coming in for the engage. Curios is getting points, and so is Slash. There's a Psyshock doing tons of damage. Ridden engages back. Unite move comes through, grabs a berry, and punches that evolution through the solar plexus. KOs them in short order. Nudo coming in, uses their Trevenant Unite. They try to get a KO. They do in tandem with Trainer. Now it's Ridden that's on the chopping block. They Wicked Blow back onto the tree, but it's a KO streak of 2 for Trainer. The pressure continues. These Swablu are up, but it's Overlord getting in the mix, and there's tons of players low now. They go for the engage, but actually pivot back to the burst. They get stunned down. They get KO'd by Nudo. The tree is looking robust, chucking Oak all over the place, and Luminosity's having some problems with it in the early sleddings.
Wow, incredible stuff. Brother of Professor Oak, chucking Oak down here. I mean, just amazing watching Nudo take that Trevenant and become sort of an all-rounder attacker here in this match. Amaterasu is looking really impressive in game number 1.
They're playing energized, and I think it all started with Roland getting across the map and really starving Rin of early experience. Amaterasu gets another KO here on top of Overlord. That's exactly the target they want. Rin gets caught on the backside. That pain split comes through, and Nudo gets another KO for themselves. And now Amaterasu's all over this Regirock. Hoopa goes, rings unbound, pulls the team through. We'll see who shows up. Elo's looking for some stuns with the fist. Little laser beam comes through. That's just to deal damage to Regirock. Amaterasu is forced to give this thing up. They go for a prayer shot. The Psyshock is way too late. Overlord takes the Regirock, and finally Trainer goes down. The push continues. Look at where Overlord is. They're on the backside. Roland gets the big butt. Call it the Rikishi stink face on that goal zone, and it's going to get shattered on them. They are squashed, and Luminosity saying, we got a little game with us too.
Incredible stuff from Luminosity, I gotta say. I mean, they have performed so well around these bottom objectives. Slash right there with an amazing block to make sure that Yeet Fan could not secure that. It's been looking amazing for Luminosity in those moments. Other moments, however, when Amaterasu is all together, they are really putting on a clinic here, getting big KOs. Their level advantage still very, very strong, even though they are not picking up some of these objectives.
Overlord looking to bait to try and get on top of Trainer, but JL is there for to lay down the gravity, forcing out the Snorlax Unite, which is beautiful for them. That's not going to have a lot of value. They're still going to be able to chip in damage, and Slash is just forced to peel back and retreat. Overlord gets pain split. Nudo's looking for an opportunity to wood hammer down, and they are getting junked with the Trevenant Unite. Another KO to Nudo. We've seen 18 KO Nudo on an Absol, but this is a big tree racking up the numbers today.
I love to see this Trevenant played in such an aggressive way, and that's something that you can do when you have all of these defenders on the side of Amaterasu. You got 2 of them. JL actually turning right around using the Unite move, heading up into the sky. Big fly, getting pushed around. I'm actually surprised they didn't just use that to leave, but it looks like they maybe want to fight. Slash in a lot of trouble as their buddies show up. JL said, yeah, I could have done that on my own, but thanks, guys.
JL on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire phoned a friend, knew the rest of the squad was pulling up, and that fly was to buy time. They got the KO they wanted on Slash in short order, and the whole squad makes it out.
Funny story, when I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I used my phone a friend to call my dad and tell him I was about to lose. Here we go. 4 seconds left until we have this bottom Reggie spawning. It is Reggie Steele, and we have 4 members of each squad coming down here. It looks like 5 for Luminosity as they are pushing forward into the face of Amaterasu.
Great block, buying space by Slash on the rest of Amaterasu, but they do get to collapse in. Wicked Blow takes the Reggie Steele, and they're going to catch a reset. This is not the fight they want, I don't think. These teams just need to split up a little bit and focus. Slash is on the chase, though. They're going to get vision and potentially buy some time. Overlord going to catch a reset, and they're going to square up and get ready for this Rayquaza.
Here we go, heading up to this top path right now. Amaterasu just continuing to get some experience. There's no time for Reggie Alecki. There's time for Rayquaza in 2 seconds right here. Amaterasu positioning at the top side of this Rayquaza pit, just putting a little damage out there, keeping the icy wind up, and seeing if they can get some nice little chip shot onto the Hoopa right there. Slash jumping over the wall. It looks like we possibly have a bit of an engage. Slash is in a lot of trouble right here. I don't know if anyone from LG is going to be able to come save them.
But that leashed rolling out, and the Trevenant Unite comes onto the Hoopa, but they catch the reset back in the middle after they lay down the Rings Unbound. Everybody pours back through full HP. Big stun on 3. Luminosity had an opportunity to pivot. Heavy Slam comes through. Is this the engage they want? Electro Ball comes in. Big block back the other way. They isolated Roland. Roland is getting isolated. Overlord is on top of him. Heavy Slam coming out, forcing out the Wigglytuff Unite from Roland back the other way. Snorlax Unite comes out, but nobody's around. They're going to catch a reset, and I think we're going to have to do this thing in the earnest because there's no one around here fighting. Come on, Spraggles. Let's get a reset.
It looks like we're getting a reset. Oh, we're just getting caught, almost getting KO'd. Doesn't make it back to the hyperspace hole. That is a huge catch, a 24-second timer right now, and they are on this Rayquaza looking to take this down. Yeet Fan looking for the secure with the side shock, being pushed out right there, and oh my gosh, not able to get it. It's the hyperspace hole from Hoopa. Oh, whoa.
Elo on something different. Roland focusing on Curios, which is exactly what they needed to do. Mew did definitely present the biggest threat, but now all these points are going in. Luminosity snatching this thing, snatching a win out of the jaws of defeat here as they are just buckling on Elo right now, and that's because that is to just grief them down. Elo still makes it out, comes back through. They're relentless. Slash still has pretty decently full pockets and a full Rayquaza shield. Heavy Slam comes through a block, and more points are going to be going in. Luminosity just won themselves a game 1 in these grand finals in the most ridiculous fashion. A hyperspace hole secure.
I don't care what the scoreboard says. I don't care who the MVP is. It's Slash. Slash's positioning in these fights, able to push around that Espeon, stopping it from securing all those moments. Like, Slash had so many superstar Heavy Slam blocks. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I mean, amazing. Absolutely great work by Elo and Slash. Of course, the support and defender players for that team, respectively. The Spraggles and Snacks fandom rolls deep from what I hear. Our fan club has a lot of memberships, is just what we're saying. As we roll into the ban phase here, Amaterasu needs to win 1, and they actually need to win 2, and then do it all over again because they are facing elimination here. LG 1 game away from winning the April finals of the in these grand finals and taking their crown back, the one that they've missed since February.
That's right. You know, the question obviously is, did Amaterasu get rattled by that performance, or is that one of those moments where you go, hey, unbelievably unlucky, we could have positioned ourselves better, let's get right back in there because we can beat them. We're gonna need to see what happens here at the start of game number 2.
I don't think Amaterasu is rattled. I think they're getting frustrated, and the reason I think they're getting frustrated is because if the one month they won, LG was eliminated way early, so you can maybe even asterisk that they didn't have to face everybody, air quotes, that is like a top tier team, but they found themselves in second, losing to different teams every time, and that has to be frustrating, especially when the games you lose are this close. It's like the smallest margins. You must be asking yourself, what can we do to just get those couple extra percentage points of favorability into our corner? So for them, don't change anything, focus up and find those small mistakes that you can correct throughout the span of a 10-minute game to turn the tides in your favor.
Take a look at this. Roland not picking up that Wigglytuff that they've been playing a lot of. I think they don't want to deal with Slash on this Snorlax because it's just been so incredibly good. Curios grabbing the Mew. Slash on the Trevenant right now. We've got Hoopa on the side of Amaterasu. JL, one of the best Hoopas in the game for sure. And Nudo hovering this Pikachu. We've actually seen a decent amount of Pikachu in North America.
More than I would have anticipated. If you would have asked me before today started, I would have said 0, but it looks like that is not the correct answer as we get a quick swap over to Blastoise, which is something we are certainly familiar with here. Just rapid spin with the Hydro Pump. Great combination of abilities.
You also could see a Surf Hydro Pump build out of this Blastoise. It's definitely something that a lot of players could pick up right here. But we've got the choice specs. We've got the muscle band without the rapid fire scarf. I think we are going to be seeing that rapid spin. We're just going to have to see when we head into this match. Amaterasu obviously needs this one badly or they are going home.
Well, here we go. This could be the last 10-minute match of the April finals if LG can win this one. Amaterasu looking to play deeper into the night. 8 p.m. EST, and they want to push it further. Amaterasu had a great start and a great game one. Saw it slip between their fingers in the final moments. LG looking to make sure that that doesn't repeat itself.
We got Overlord. Looks like they're diving in on them right there, trying to do some damage, but they actually are going to head back to their goal zone. If we take a look in our central area here, we have the Snorlax for Amaterasu trying to make their way in and see if they can steal a little bit of this blue buff. Luminosity feels like they know that. They are not starting this right here, waiting until both Curios and Rin are around to see if they can get this secure. However, Roland pushing forward might get a KO on the Mew right now. Mew barely making it out.
But the Mew making it out allowed them to seal up the Aselgor and get that blue buff for themselves. Meanwhile, Nudo's just up top, just trying to grind it out themselves. Yeet Fan getting the meanest Electro Ball. No need for Pikachu when you've got Mew who's packing that. They get it done right there in short order. The K opener goes to Luminosity. They're going for the follow-up on Rin. Can they get it? Roland is keeping the pressure on, but it's Slash on the Phantom getting the KO on JL. Or excuse me, Roland.
So incredibly close right there. Wow, going down here. Overlord in some trouble in the top path. Elo having to run right now. We got the reset on Nudo. Can't wait to see what kind of Blastoise we're going to have in this match. Obviously, we've got the Hydro Pump starting this thing off, able to push all of the experience over to their side. Yeet Fan now, level 5, able to secure a lot of experience for themselves.
Well, Overlord is getting dove on here. A lot of damage being shelled in. Nudo, JL, and Trainer trying to buy the space. Astonish goes a little wide, but what it does do is buy some good time. Tons of points going in. Amaterasu up 71 early in this one as they get Yeet Fan down very quickly, does Curios, and they're collapsing on this goal zone. Just Roland left to babysit. Hyperspace Highway open. JL pours through for the support.
Look at Trainer right here, already level 8, almost level 9 on the side of Amaterasu. Coming on in here, trying to pick up another KO on Elo, able to get it done. Overlord now in some trouble. There is the Surf Blastoise. We got the Surf Hydro Pump, and they're looking to pick up another one. Blastoise with the big secure there. Nudo taking down Overlord in the top path. Things are going pretty well for Amaterasu at the start of this one, 71-0, and they're picking up all the KOs.
Yeah, the Surf Stoys make sense. We know Buzzwole can actually pick up a Rapid Spin Blastoise out of that spin. So might as well buy some space with the Surf, be able to poach wild Pokemon, be able to push players from Luminosity around, specifically when Buzzwole, when Overlord or Rin try to engage, you can really surf them out to get space for your ranged, Espeon Yeet Fan to do damage there. So I like that choice.
Yeah, I like that choice as well. I gotta say, even in practice mode, Hydro Pump Surf Blastoise is a menace. Now put it in the hands of one of the best players out there. It's gonna be really difficult to deal with. Yeet Fan looking to take down Slash right here as Reg Ice is already being chipped down and Luminosity not really here for the secure. We've got Curios sneaking in for the Solar Beam, but able to get zoned out by Roland.
Great job. Of course, that let Slash unimpeded there. They got some points in, maybe getting some stacks in, but the follow-up is going to be there as long, as long as Yeet Fan doesn't get Horn Leech, but forcing out the Unite move, trying to follow up the Side Shock. They're trying to convert onto this. Side Beam goes wide as well, and somehow Slash is still standing, being an absolute menace.
Overlord now getting their level 9. We've got a Unite move here from the Buzzwole. Looks like they're able to put some points in the top and bottom pass. They're getting a little bit closer right now, but Oh, also picking up a big KO on Zoroark. Very nice stuff here for Luminosity.
Yeah, Overlord jumping on Trainer there was massive. A good little engage here by Amaterasu. They force Overlord out. The Surf closes the distance very quickly. Getting knocked up is the Blastoise, getting more space for Overlord so they can retreat. Roland's trying to give the support, and that would have been a huge KO if they could have gotten it, but Overlord looks to make it out just by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah, absolutely. As we have this Regieleki just being taken down by Amaterasu. No one from Luminosity is here. They are playing a little Pac-Man, finding all those yellow dots on their side of the map and KOing them. Those are wild Pokemon. They give you all the experience that you need inside of a match of Pokemon Unite, and they're going to look to defend here at this tier 2.
Putting some pressure on here. Good little zone by Amaterasu, kind of forming a horseshoe around this Regieleki, forcing Luminosity to step up and take the Regieleki. Big time Surf pushes Slash out. The Hoopa is unbound, and they are bringing them through. JL wants the squad here. They're putting the pressure on Clefable, taking out the Snorlax, but the pressure continues. Tons of stuns coming through. Big time Unite as well. All the Rapid Spike Urshifu is racking up with 12 hits there. Nudo's on the backside. They try to surf out of danger. The Regieleki hits. They have a great opportunity for some overcap if they can get somebody standing into that goal zone, but Amaterasu's forced to peel back. Just Yeet Fan picking up points. Overlord's on the search. They're trying to get the KO, and just a quick punch to the side of the head sorts them out quickly.
Jeez, what a fight there from Amaterasu. Really impressive stuff. Finally, JL is going down there, and that goal must be left at almost nothing in the top path. We have Slash making their way down to Regice, but they're all alone. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to rip it. However, no one from Amaterasu is here yet.
No, and just the defense of this goal zone is up to Nudo here, who's getting picked on by Overlord. Here comes Trainer for the support. Can they turn this into KOs for Amaterasu? That's the big question. Curios takes out the Blastoise very, very quickly. Nudo finds himself in the respawn point, but that's a phenomenal engage by Trainer on top of Overlord. They dart right through the gravity. Clefable kicks them up. Elo's on the retreat, but the engage continues. Trainer wants this one, forces out the Unite move, gets KO trick 2 on Curios. Finally, Rin puts an end to that, gets a KO for themselves, and sorts that out as... Wait. Do we have the Snorlax Heavy Slam Yawn?
We've got the Heavy Slam Yawn. We just saw it right there in that top path fight. Very cool to see. A different build than what you would expect, but you've got, you've got a different strategy rather than block, trying to push people around, trying to set up encounters that way. You have that big stun from Yawn looking to take out single targets.
Oh, the Mew trying to come through with their Unite move and use the Electro Ball boosted auto combo to get that done under the shade of fog, but that doesn't quite sort itself out as Amaterasu gets that objective, but poor JL getting snuffed out by Overlord very quickly. And now Trainer darts out from under the wood hammers, not going to get served up today. Roland looking to cut off the tree as Slash is still making their way down to Trainer, who's collapsing onto their own goal zone. Big time question mark. What is Luminosity going to do here? Where do they want to push? They are in fact really struggling on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Luminosity is behind here by over 100. That means they're going to need to make something happen here. 2 minutes 50 seconds. Rayquaza hits the map very, very soon, and it could be the last one of the day if Luminosity is able to shut this thing down. Amaterasu must win this match or it's all over for them. The world champs will be back on top.
Amaterasu quickly going to look at this Regieleki. There's less than 30 seconds till Rayquaza, and all of Amaterasu is up here except for JL, who is just scoring. They're going to get snuffed out, and their respawn timer is going to be going here. But look at all the distraction that he is doing. All the movement might have paid off. Regieleki is waiting. They closed the door on it, and now the engagements are going to happen. 10 seconds till Rayquaza, but they've got kind of a fight going on here. They're going after each other pretty heavy. A block. The Clefable Unite tries to poach Trainer, but that doesn't quite happen. The Hydro Typhoon comes out. Big time Surf pushes too, and Rin uses their Unite back the other way. Espeon's on top of it. Trevenant Unite hits Nudo. Slash is going for the follow-up. The Wood Hammers are out. Big time Surf kicks back the other way. Curios takes out Trainer. 2 players down for Amaterasu. Luminosity taking the fight they wanted, and they are cashing in on it in a quick way. JL getting Buzzwole united by Overlord. They want the KO, forces out their Unite. Now the rings are unbound, but who's going to show up for the fight? That's the big time question mark. Overlord still putting tons of pressure on, and they're trying to stun him down with a fist back the other way. Overlord finally getting the KO on Hoopa. Yeet Fan eating hammers to the face, getting sandwiched real quick. Luminosity shredding through this thing. Who's sitting in the middle with the Snorlax? They keep pushing. The pressure's on. Trainer's bubbling out Curios, but who's in the middle? This Rayquaza is at 25%. Spriggles, where are we going to go with it? We're going to keep on rolling. Luminosity sits in the middle. Roland's going for a hero play. Trainer starting through. Buzzwole takes it. Overlord takes it for Luminosity. The pressure is on. The goal zones are open. 3 players out for Amaterasu. Amaterasu. They got to get some hundo burgers in. They got to get this lead in now. 1 minute left, so there's a good opportunity for a counter push, but the score's going in. The shields aren't melted. Luminosity's on top by over 100 Spraggles. They're getting it done in April.
Luminosity scoring another 100 points, 585 to 317. Amaterasu trying to push in the bottom path, but it looks like it might be too little too late. An amazing play from Amaterasu. They actually got to push that Regieleki into the main base of Luminosity, but Luminosity picked up enough KOs and were able to position Amaterasu in such a way where they could not score with it. They basically unlocked a Zapdos, but were not able to put any points on the board. I love the play from Amaterasu, but it looks like they are going to lose this thing. Luminosity back on top here. More points raining in, another 56 as we start the countdown. The last 10 seconds before Luminosity is once again a champion. Your grand finals champions here in April, Luminosity.
Listen, the most electrifying 2 minutes in all of sports might be the Kentucky Derby, but the most electrifying 2 minutes in esports certainly comes in Pokemon Unite, and Luminosity showing why, taking the body, taking the win, taking the April Cup, and winning in a big way. LG, your world champs, back on top.